Hi, I'm Dr. Chickie Davis, and I'm the creator of the Berkeley Well-Being Institute. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about what the path to well-being actually looks like. So, if you're like me, then you're probably familiar with a variety of different well-being boosting strategies, things like mindfulness or gratitude or self-compassion. And there are, in fact, a ton of different ways that we can boost our well-being. What's been less clear to me throughout my entire career is what exactly is the path that leads us to the well-being we seek. For example, you may have practiced things like mindfulness or gratitude and found that they do actually make you feel better, at least for a small while. But then ill-being returns, right? Then you start to feel icky again, and you can't do mindfulness or practice gratitude in every single moment. So these questions led me to be curious about what exactly is it that leads us to the permanent well-being that we seek. And after many years, I finally discovered some developmental models that actually show that we go through a specific series of developmental stages as we pursue well-being. And within each stage, we actually pursue well-being in different ways. So we might practice our relationship skills more in a particular stage, or we might be more focused on our achievements or creating positive outcomes for ourselves in another stage. And by moving through each of these stages, we can actually experience more expansive types of well-being and eventually reach the stage that's characterized by a more stable, permanent, potentially even unshakable type of well-being. So, if we know that we have to move through specific stages in order to get to the stage characterized by a more permanent type of well-being, then we know that there is a specific path. Basically, there's a path to well-being. And today, I just want to explore what that path looks like and which stages there are on the way to well-being. Um, a lot of different researchers talk about these stages using different names. I just use the colors of the rainbow because I find it to be simpler, and then we don't have to talk about what the stage names mean. So I just talk about the stages in terms of red stage, orange stage, yellow stage, green stage, teal stage, blue stage, indigo stage, and violet stage. And so in red stage, so we move through these stages. This is a developmental process. And so most of the people in red stage are children. We all start in red stage. And red stage is characterized by being egocentric or self-centric. We haven't yet realized really that there are other people. And so we are unaware of how our behavior affects other people. And this is totally normal for someone in red stage. And we see this in our children, and that's completely fine. Once we move into orange stage, we start to focus more on our social relationships. We learn how to have positive social interactions with other kids and develop skills like understanding why we need to say our pleases and thank yous and things like that. In yellow stage, we kind of realize that we're an individual uh, entity that can make its own decisions and take control of its life. And we start to move into more of a growth mindset. In green stage, we start to focus more on sort of the outcomes of that agency that we developed in yellow stage. And so then we really learn how to create the positive outcomes that we desire, whether that's in work or relationships or degrees or other types of achievements, or basically just creating the life that we want. In teal stage, we start to focus more on perspectives. So it's sort of like a more advanced version of orange stage. We realize that other people have their own perspectives and they're coming at the world from a different point of view than us. And we start to get really interested in these perspectives and opinions and thoughts and sort of how we relate to others. In blue stage, we are now able to focus more on the patterns or beliefs that we hold. We can see how society holds specific beliefs or how society engages in specific patterns and how those patterns are replicated within ourselves and how we also have our own unique patterns. In indigo stage, we start to become aware of the constructs themselves that create our reality. So, in other words, in order to have a specific belief, like I am not good enough, let's say, we have to have a particular construct of what good is and what enough is. And basically, we use these constructs to create our beliefs. And in indigo stage, we start to become aware of how our constructs are actually creating our beliefs, thoughts, emotions, and other aspects of our experience. Finally, once we move through the constructed nature of reality, we reach violet stage, which is the stage characterized by unshakable or at least a more stable, permanent type of well-being. So that's just a quick overview of the stages. I hope this was helpful and you have a better understanding of the worldviews and the process that we all must go through in order to reach the stage characterized by a more permanent type of well-being.